starting university this year, and I will be majoring in nursing. I really want to become a nurse, and one day I want to work at world organizations such as the UN or WHO. I want to provide medical care for those people who need basic health care the most. One day, I'm certain that our nation will be unified. When it is unified, I want to go to North Korea and help and teach citizens and be involved in making healthcare policy. Applying to English speech contest, they asked me how to help North Korean people, and here is my plan. Actually, I don't think about this question on a normal day because I'm not ready to help other people yet. But applying to university last year, I had a difficulty. I didn't know how to write a self-introduction and how to prepare university interview. However, when I had a coach who taught me how to write a self-introduction and prepare my university interview, and he also connected me with a senior student who was majoring in the same subject. It was very helpful. So by this process, he gave me great support and confidence. So I focused my plan on preparing North Korean university students. So begin my dream, I had to apply university. Oh, sorry. Yep. I had to apply university, so I didn't know how to write a self-introduction. Oh my god, sorry. I memorized it, but I forgot. Oh no, yeah, I got it. I know there are a lot of students who are suffering from those kinds of problems. So I wanna help preparing students. My plan is to make a connecting system with senior students helping preparing students. The senior student will give advice to preparing students like how to study, how to write an essay, self-introduction, and university interview. Furthermore, giving them advice on how to study for university. I also think that touring university library or classrooms with preparing students during the exam period is a good idea because it can give them motivation to study hard. Yes. And also, the processes should be placed at least 6 months earlier because preparing students need time to prepare. So during 6 months of relationship, they can talk their problems more easily and more comfortably to the senior student. So at this point, some people might have a question, how to contact with North Korean preparing student and how to gather senior student. So to contact with preparing North Korean student, we can send inviting letters to particular schools that have many North Korean students. Also, we can create a website that advertises our programs, so the students who are not involved in those schools also have the chance to take a lesson in the program. And to gather senior students, we can connect diverse universities, especially in education-based clubs. So, so explaining to them our programs and giving them volunteering hours, it will be a good system to work with. To create a good system to work with, I think there should be some professors who can direct university students and give ideas about the program. I think university students may not have a lot of experience to make a system or govern the system. So if the professors are supporting them, it will be an engine to govern them well. Furthermore, I think it would be easier to get financial support from the universities. Yeah, thank you for listening my speech.
Excellent. excellent. I want to say so much, but I cannot now because I'm the MC and I have to be impartial. So, and just a reminder, no talking. And try not to move around too much while the person is speaking. You want to say something? Okay. Change. Okay. Feels like a game show. Next contestant. Okay, our next speaker is Kim and again, it's okay to take photos and video.
Hello everyone. Hello everyone. My name is Yeon-nam, but please call me Ken. I was born and raised in North Korea. I graduated from university here and spent decades in the North Korean military. In 2010, I escaped the regime and arrived in South Korea. Today's topic is about the strategy to help North Korea. So, my first piece of advice for anyone who really wants to help North Korea is to go to Pyongyang and shout to Kim Jong-un, hey, you have to feed your people. He might welcome your advice and treat you very nicely, just like his uncle. Please don't try to get it. Okay, here's what North Koreans really need, what I'm going to tell them. Most of North Koreans don't have self-confidence because, first, North Koreans need to develop self-confidence. Most of North Koreans don't have self-confidence because they have lived through at least one traumatic experience. I have many stories, but I share less traumatic one. During the escape from North Korea, I was on a public bus to Bangkok. Suddenly, we were stopped by Thai police and taken to the police station. All packages or people were inspected. There were 4 women with us. Unfortunately, even though their husbands were inside, the police decided to abuse their power of them. The man police touched the woman's breast many times without regards for women who had no choice but to obey their police orders. Many North Koreans who have experience living in China were in constant fear and distrust of others. They had to continually avoid being captured and sent back to North Korea. This kind of experience leads to lower self-confidence and self-respect. Secondly, we need to break the language barrier and cultural differences. Newcomers especially need to learn local language, accent, and costumes in order to communicate in the workplace and daily life. Creating community where South Korea can connect and exchange with North Korea in need would be a good start. I'll give an example. A time I experienced a language culture shock. A few months after arriving in South Korea, I was at a restaurant with my friends. I was talking loudly with an unusual accent. This is how people in my hometown to interact with each other, but the other people around me looked at me as if I were angry. It made me feel uncomfortable. After this event, I couldn't speak publicly due to the shame that I felt for a few months. Now, even though my English is not perfect, I should teach English other North Korean because I can share my story and can communicate easily. I sometimes translate between English speakers and Korean because I'm a TNK ambassador. Actually, I first began to translate 4 years ago when I interpreted Korean, not English, between South Korean and North Korean. Despite the speaking same language, they couldn't understand each other because of Konglish. When Korean people apply for a job, sorry. Sorry about that. When Korean people apply for a job, most of them have to write English test scores such as TOEIC or TOEFL on their resume. But North Koreans do not even have a basic English vocabulary. That's why English is essential for us. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Another part of my plan is to assist North Koreans with adapting socially and expanding networks. When I arrived there for the first time, the only people I had the chance to meet was social workers. One female social worker was very friendly and smiled at me all the time. This is not common for strangers of opposite sex to smile at each other in North Korea. So, naturally, I thought she was really interested in me. She never thought of me that way. Apart from other North Koreans, we have no school friends, colleagues, neighbors, and even family members here in South Korea. Oftentimes we feel lonely, especially during holiday. Within Korean culture, it is abnormal for strangers to interact. Furthermore, we are at a disadvantage when it comes to job hunting because we have no network. As a TA and care ambassador, I can share the information to North Koreans to adapt socially and to build networks. The last part of my plan involves positive role model. When I was in Toronto in 2013, I watched the Yeonmi Park speech through online. It boosted my hopes. I thought maybe I too could do this. When other North Koreans watch on TV or internet media about successful North Korean defectors such as Imanga, Brahman Club, or even TED Talks, we become inspired and feel more courageous about taking action. We can see being a public speaker or entertainer is possible. These kind of TV shows also encourage South Koreans to be interested in us. Their minds begin to change as they consider our circumstances, why we need to unify, and how much unification can benefit Korea. I can also be a good role model to other North Koreans who may feel reluctant to take advantage of opportunities available to them. Of course, I'm not going to be a K-pop star or Hollywood star like Tom Cruise, but I'm getting ready to go to graduate school to study public administration. We need more North Korean in important political position to help raise awareness and solve the unique issues and facing us. I want to share one final story with you that reflects the lack of awareness about North Korea. I participated as a recent conference about helping North Korea. A speaker asked these 3 questions. Who here would marry a North Korean? Who here would happy to have a North Korean son-in-law, daughter-in-law? Who would like to send their children to school with North Korean teachers? Despite the conference was about how to help North Koreans, every present was interested in the subject, no one raised their hands. That's the reality South Korea faces in North Korea. That's why North Korean exposure on TV, internet, and in magazines can help others overcome such challenges. I want to tell you that even though there is a lot of information how to help North Koreans, the most important thing is that North Koreans have a positive attitude or willingness to take advantage of opportunities. All information or opportunities want to help someone who has negative mindset. I can say from my experience, although I was welcomed here, South Korea did not call me. I escaped from myself. I arrived here by myself. Even though there were some inevitable situations where people will discriminate against me, I have to be responsible for my own action and overcome such challenges. That's why I can convey the important fact, as a role model, I can convey the important fact that every North Korean is essential, is an ambassador for real North Korea and for real North Korea. That's what I wish for North Korea and for myself. Thank you.
Off if it's not used continuously. Testing, no. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one's okay. Testing. Okay, which one is your eye? Okay. Sherry, she's okay with photos.
Brainwashed to believe that the Kim family is royalty. The North Korean government tries to block all information from the outside world. There is a saying that information is power. Information has changed the course of my life several times. The first time was when I was in North Korea. I was lucky that my hometown is located on the Chinese border, so we could get Chinese television channels. I watched movies and dramas from lots of outside countries, such as China, South Korea, and America. I dreamed of a day when I could live life as freely as the people I saw on the TV screen. Because of outside influence that I received, I decided I had to escape North Korea in 2002 to search for freedom. I spent 4 years living in China, which was extremely dangerous and unstable. In 2006, as I struggled in China, information came to the rescue again. I learned on the internet that the US government had accepted the first group of North Korean people after the adoption of the North Korean Human Rights Act in 2004. With that information, my family and I escaped from China, and we went to the US Embassy in Bangkok to ask to immigrate to the United States. While we were waiting, we were all extremely happy and excited about the prospect of our new lives in the US. What would life be like in the USA? What would our futures hold? Information can be good, but it can be also bad. Some other North Koreans thought the US government would provide housing for us, and other North Koreans thought we could have the opportunities to make at least $3,000 a month. However, once we arrived in America, the government offered us 3 months rent and food stamps. 3 months after, the government started pushing us to find jobs, but without knowing English, it was really hard. When I came to South Korea, other North Koreans who had settled in South Korea were very curious about my life in the US. The most common questions were about the opportunities for North Korean refugees in the US, such as whether we offered them housing or any money. I knew it was important to give them accurate information. I quickly learned many of them had inaccurate information and idealistic expectations about the USA. I am one of the 190 North Korean refugees who have gone directly to the USA. But this is a big word. I wish I could have had more information as we considered where to go next. North Koreans escaping to freedom need accurate information to help them choose where to go. Information is power, and if North Koreans need it, I would like to help North Korean refugees all over the world so they can access accurate information. We need to have a community space to share experiences adjusting to outside world. I would like to propose a global North Korean community network. Picture this. A North Korean person is after making their way to China, they are alone and afraid. We will start a website to provide North Korean refugees with information outside countries, immigration laws, and for them to read personal testimonies from others who also escaped North Korea. So here is the homepage of the website, Global North Korean Community. There are several tabs we can click to bring us to the different sections of the website. First, there is the information plaza. This section will give some information regarding the most popular destinations, such as the US and South Korea. It will explain what North Korean refugees are entitled to, about immigration processes, requirements, and studying abroad information. Study abroad will be particularly important for North Korean refugees who had settled in South Korea and who want to travel to English-speaking countries. Second, mentoring. This will be a chance for North Korean refugees to get answers to questions. All users can be mentors and share experiences. It will help North Korean refugees to make better decisions about their lives, their journeys. Third, find people. This will be used for people to reconnect with the friends, relatives, and classmates who also escaped North Korea. It will take some time to build this database, but I hope in time this section will lead to many happy reunions. Fourth, everyday life. It will be a type of forum where users can post photos, write doubts, and share articles which may interest the group. This will help North Korean people to overcome loneliness or homesickness. Fifth is the club section. This will help North Korean people to reconnect with others through demographics, and such as age and fields of interest. North Korean people can meet new friends and build a new network for themselves. Finally, this is the last section will be the foundation of the network, adjustment. It will be a global network connecting North Korean refugees with the people, organizations, or programs to assist them. This will inform North Korean refugees about programs or organizations willing to help them. Of course, they need to know about TNKR. Many North Koreans have difficulties in China, and they also continue to have difficulties when they reach their country of choice. I believe it will help truly make their lives a little bit easier. Looking back on my life, I have been helped by the kindness of many strangers who became friends, and that includes TNKR. I am so thankful. I hope I can help North Korean refugees as I have been helped by others. I hope my network, Global North Korean Community, will serve as an online platform which will be accessed by all North Korean refugees. And it will contribute a solid foundation of a North Korean community in an offline world. Thank you for listening.
Just make sure that they know about the clock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Right here.
Yeah.
시간을 확인해 주시죠.